Good morning, everyone, and welcome back. We are on day one of Growth Week. It is finally here, and it is time for us to make some decisions. But before we get into that, we do need to wrap up last week and see if we got the dozing sleep type. Last night, for our last chance at Bulbasaur this week, we are going to grab 100 sleep points, which puts us at 1,432. And for our daily lottery, we are going to pick up a little bitty biscuit. There we go. That's all we wanted was some biscuits. Biscuits are nice to have. All right, with that out of the way, let's jump into the sleep report and see if we got the dozing type that we wanted. Hopefully. I think I've only gotten it once this week so far, so it's not looking good. I don't know, did have a rough time going to sleep last night, so maybe that will help. 9 hours 51 minutes of sleep. Yeah, that sounds about right. That looks like a lot of dozing, about 11%. I was way off. 11% dozing might be enough, but that is a ton of snoozing, which makes sense with how my sleep went last night. But it is enough to get us the dozing type. 1% more than usual. Good. That's all we needed, was that 1% to push us over the edge. We should definitely have a full 8 spawns today. Yep, there are 8 of them on the board. I had a hard time counting them for some reason. My brain was just all over the place. 79.58 million. Very, very good. Good odds that we get a Bulbasaur. I think our odds are around like 40%. Hey, little dragon noodle. There we go. I did also use the incense just to be on the safe side. I used my last Bulbasaur incense. I'm hoping a natural Bulbasaur shows up today. Yes, because I really didn't want to use the incense just for one pip. But we did get lucky. Did get the Bulbasaur to show up. One new sleep style too. I didn't catch that. What is it? Let's see. What are we looking at? Oh, it's you, Altaria, and your little fluffy cloud. Cotton Cloud Sleep. So it's a 3-star. Oh, a little bit of a graphical glitch there. All right, so we've got the Cotton Cloud Sleep. That is the last one we need for Altaria. Another one done and dusted. For now, till we get the 5-star sleep styles. Which I wonder when that's going to be. Maybe year 2? Maybe they'll announce that for the year 2 anniversary. That'd be interesting. Hungry Bellsprout. Yes, Hungry Bulbasaur. That's what we want. Okay, so since that Bulbasaur's hungry, we will first feed this Bulbasaur the 1 biscuit to take it home. We are making sure that we're taking this Bulbasaur home today. There's actually a lot that I would want to take home today, because dozing is very good on Lapis, in my opinion. Unfortunately, the Bellsprout is also hungry and 1 pip away from going home. So, you know what's about to happen after this Bulbasaur. Critical capture, there we go. I mean, we didn't need it, but I'll take it. Okay, and then let's feed the Bellsprout, take that one home. All right. And then now we do, actually, yeah, we do still need a better one. But what do we got going on over here? We could use a better Dratini too. Let's feed Dratini 2 biscuits. Let's get it set up to take home with a bonus biscuit if we see it again. And maybe we'll get lucky and get a critical capture. That would be nice. Probably not gonna happen though. Okay, cool. We got the Dratini set up to take home with a bonus biscuit next time we see it. It's all full anyway, so we couldn't feed it anymore even if we wanted. And then we'll try to do the same with Chikorita. We had some actually really good spawns today. So very good research. Finally get the dozing type and actually get good research. So I guess I figured out what I'm looking for anytime I come to Lapis now. Dozing sleep, 2 biscuits. We'll just leave the Chikorita as is, set up to take home. And outside of that, I think I'm gonna hold off on the Bellsprout. We already have a really good Victory Bell. Hopefully this is a really good Bellsprout. I don't think we need to set that one up like the other 2. So we'll just leave that as is and we'll go ahead and move on. We got some really good, really good sleep research. Definitely gonna send out the the Dratini candy, because that is going to be most helpful. Dratini being a pseudo and everything. And we're going to grab 4,159 research XP. Very nice. With 7,924 dream shards. Very, very good. And first up, we have a Bulbasaur to check out. What we're really looking for is triple honey. We do have level 10 now, so we've got a guaranteed gold at level 10. So let's see. Well, a honey potato's not the worst. We can make that work for a while. Let's see what the sub skills are looking like. Helping bonus and helping speed. Very, very good. Very good. Ingredient finder S, even better. All right. Inventory up S, very good. Skill trigger M. Nice little capstone ability. Okay, the nature is careful, which is, of course, ingredient finding down because life hates me. All right, so we've got main skill chance up, ingredient finding down. It's not the worst, but let's see how we're looking for ingredient count A, because ultimately that's what we really care about. We will run it out to, let's run it out to level 50. I don't think I'm going to, if I invest in this one, it's probably not going to be beyond level 50 or 60. Only a 62, that's kind of surprising. I mean, that nature is really, really hurting. What if we were to make this ingredient finder M? Would that help substantially? Okay, so 62. If we turn that to ingredient finder M, it helps. I probably should have looked at exactly how many we're bringing in. 50. Oh, yeah. That's right. I keep forgetting we need to do it this way. I keep forgetting that we need to do it this way. All right, so let's run it again. Ingredient finder M. As a Venusaur, what are we looking like? Because that's what we're realistically going to see at level 50. We need to look at level 30 as well. Level 30, we'll be getting 64 a day. Yeah, that's way more than pretty much, that's almost everything covered. I don't know off the top of my head if there's a recipe that we would need more than 60 something a day. And at level 50, 87 a day with an ingredient finder M. But if we go back to ingredient finder S, yep, nothing else changed. So ingredient finder S at level 30, we're looking still at 64 a day, which does make sense because ingredient finder hasn't kicked in yet. And then at level 50, still 77 a day, which is definitely more than we would need for anything. So yeah, this is definitely one we can use. Yeah, for sure. This is one we can use. So let's go ahead and swap it back to a Bulbasaur. Let's add it to the box. Level 60 is going to be a different story. Maybe by the time we get to level 60, we'll have some more recipes that maybe have honey and potatoes, and we can make this one work for a more long-term solution. But for now, this is the best that we've got for honey. Way better than Pinsir by a lot. So let's put that one in the box. Maybe this next one will be even better, but let's see. Next Bulbasaur is level 15 and naughty. Ooh, yep, not the ingredient spread we want. We already have one with this ingredient spread, so unless this one is just super broken, probably not keeping this one. So let's see. Energy recovery bonus is not starting off great. Ingredient finder M is very good though. I mean, this one, I really like these sub skills. Really like these sub skills. Ingredient finder M, they're all max level without needing any investment in seeds. Inventory up L, helping bonus at 75, which we are still a ways away from that. Skill trigger M. Yeah, this one's looking pretty good, but we're gonna rate it on total ingredient strength. Let's run this one to 75 since we get the helping bonus there. And while we are a ways away from that, it will be here before we know it. So let's go ahead and check and see, since helping bonus is such a good thing. Let's see what we're looking at. It's gonna be very interesting. It's actually very poorly rated. Because I forgot to change the nature, that's why. Whoopsies. Naughty nature, speed of help up, which is very good. Main skill chance down, not the best, but that skill trigger at 100 will help. But let's go ahead and recalculate now that I've got the right the right nature. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. I don't know if this is better than our current Venusaur. Our current Venusaur is Rash, I believe, which is ingredient finding up and main skill chance down, if I am not mistaken. So let's see, is that correct? Rash, yeah. Ingredient finding up, main skill chance down. This one, at the very least, is on par with our current Venusaur. But if that's the case, I don't know why we would invest in another one that doesn't have the ingredient spread we want. So I don't know if I'm going to keep this one. I don't really see a point to keeping this one. There are better tomato gatherers out there already. So yeah, Victory Bell, I think a triple tomato Victory Bell is actually better for tomatoes. So probably won't keep this one, even though I really would like to, just because the sub skills are already maxed out. And really energy recovery bonus is the only bad one. And it has a pretty decent nature. It's taking a lot longer to calculate 75 than I thought it would. But we're almost there. Almost. Yeah, this thing gets super good at 50 and 75. Inventory up L, very nice. Ingredient finder M. I'm actually surprised this isn't higher, to be honest with you. Normally ingredient finder M bumps it up to a 90 something. Total PR of 82 all the way out to level 75. That's not bad. I don't know. I think I might put, I don't know. I might just be getting blinded by the really good sub skills. Something's telling me to put it in the box. I'm gonna put it in the box for now. We'll save it for now, and I might compare it to the other Venusaur and see how that's gonna look. But for now, it looks pretty good. I'm not disappointed in it. So, not bad. Definitely the first Bulbasaur was more for what we were looking for. But let's move on and let's see how this new Bellsprout's looking. If this Bellsprout ends up being triple tomato, then that second Bulbasaur is definitely going to live with the professor. But let's see. Almost. Tomato, potato, tomato. That's not bad. It's not bad. But it's not great. Although I think there is a recipe that uses tomatoes and potatoes, because I feel like I've put Victory Bell on the team specifically to get those two. So maybe this isn't that bad. But let's see. Skill trigger, first off, which is pretty good for a Victory Bell, since it does have charge energy. Skill trigger, where are you? There it is. Inventory up is good. Skill trigger again. We don't need two of them though. Inventory up L, no ingredient finder, helping speed S, and the nature is mild, which is ingredient finding up. So this one's okay, but I'm not really a big fan of the more I think about it, the more I'm not a big fan of this ingredient spread. So maybe not. Yeah. Just run it out to 60 for now. I don't really see a point to getting it any higher. Ingredient strength starts off really good. 96 is one of the best natures you can have for an ingredient specialist, particularly with this one that can charge its own energy. So not too bad. You can kind of overcome that energy recovery downside pretty easily with a Victory Bell. But the rest of it's not looking too great. It's just slowly downhill. Yeah, PR of 69. I mean, this is a pretty nice Bellsprout, but it's not what we're looking for. So looks like this Bellsprout's going to live with the professor. We have a ton of Bellsprout candies. Might need to make use of those soon. If we can find a better Bellsprout, that would help. But yeah, so that Bellsprout's going to live with the professor. Not bad. Out of 3 Pokemon, again, one that we can definitely use, and kind of what we're looking for with that double honey. Not exactly, we want a triple honey, but we can definitely make it work for a while we continue to hunt a triple honey. At the very least, it will solve my honey problems for a while, at the very least. So let's go ahead and move on. I still don't know where I want to go this week, honestly. I was kind of leaving it up to if I got a Bulbasaur that I really wanted and could use to determine that. But now that I've gotten that Bulbasaur, I don't really know. Now, alas, it's time to say goodbye to Snorlax. All right, let's move on. Our weekly summary for week 54 is going to be Master 2. Didn't quite make Master 3. Lunch did go extra tasty, as you saw. Dinner, unfortunately not. If dinner had been extra tasty, we definitely would have made Master 3 and could have got the Dratini incense, but unfortunately, no such luck. We did get to Master 2, 795,807 final strength. The gains from berries, 375,951, and the gains from cooking, 419,856. Overall sleep grade of A, which does make sense. Friday ruined everything. Oh, Saturday kind of too. Yeah, that makes sense. My sleep midpoint on Friday and Saturday shifts a lot. Okay, so like I said, I really haven't decided where to go. Definitely not Greengrass. I don't want to go to Greengrass. My map bonuses, Cyan Beach would be chill. We're at 55% on both Cyan Beach and Topalo. Both would be kind of a chill place to just go hang out. I'm trying to think of what I need right now. What would be best to go and hunt? And I'm kind of drawing a blank. Honestly, Lapis doesn't sound too bad. Again, at the very least, we can get some decent candies while we're there. And I kind of want to do, yeah, you know what? Let's go for the rematch. We did bad last week. Let's do better this week. Our current record is 918,000. Let's see if we can beat that. With 45% area bonus, 71% sleep style studied, so we do have quite a few sleep styles left here. It's one of the few places where we actually have a decent amount left to find. New area sound data, very nice. So let's go to Lapis and let's see how well we can do this time while we properly try. Nice little Snorlax. I still have not found a shiny Snorlax. Desserts and drinks again. Okay, so we got the same recipes. All right, we haven't had curry in a while. I kind of feel like the Entei event was the last time I had curry. Surely it wasn't, but it feels like it's been that long. All right, XP gain 1.14 because I had Charizard on the team. We did get 15 more honey, which is good. That's a good start. I did, last night before I went to bed, swapped out for an entire ingredient team just to try to get as many ingredients as we could, because before I went to bed, I had like 35 ingredients left. So let's pick up everything that we can get. I was really hoping for a skill trigger from you too, Blastoise. I was really hoping all three of you would trigger, but no, only Venusaur. You, however, should help out, and you should give me a decent amount of corn. Not sure what recipe we're gonna make. Skill trigger from Victory Bell is pretty good. I just tried to put in all my best ingredient gatherers and hope that I ended up with a decent amount. 180 ingredients just from last night till this, so that's pretty good. Let's see if we have anything that we can make a recipe out of yet. Probably not much, but hopefully something decently strong. Sweet Sin chocolate cake. That's the best we're gonna do, but that's not bad. It definitely could be worse. We could be stuck with with a stalwart vegetable juice. So we'll take a Sweet Sin chocolate cake. It's not bad, not the worst thing we could make. Let's definitely throw in these mushrooms and these leeks, try to power it up as much as we can. Let's see, what else can we throw in? Soybeans got a buff recently. Let's throw those in too. And let's get some potatoes in there. What else can we throw in just to help out? Let's keep the apples. Sausage is not going to matter for desserts, so that's fine. We can throw all that in. And you know what? We got a new honey gatherer. Let's just make it an even 10 just to celebrate. Okay. So now we can actually make something worthwhile this time around. Let's get this one done. Unfortunately, not extra tasty. I was hoping that would help out with the start of the week. 16,131. Actually not bad, considering we were getting about 17,000 for most of our meals last week. 16,000 is not bad. But for desserts, now we've got to decide what we're gonna make. We have some options now. Now that we have a proper honey gatherer, we have some. Ooh. We could try. We could try to do the flower gift macarons. That might be something we can do now. We would definitely have to invest in that new Bulbasaur we got, but we might be able to do it. Just maybe. All right, let's go back to our dessert team. I did swap in all the berry gatherers once we got all the ingredients we needed to make dinner. I swapped in all the berry gatherers, even threw in my Espeon on the team to try to get some skill triggers to give me that little bit of boost. Unfortunately, I didn't get a single trigger from Espeon, so that did not help at all. But I tried. It just wasn't in the cards, unfortunately. That extra tasty was what we needed. But if we're gonna try this, we are for sure gonna need that new Bulbasaur, and I believe it was you. Yep, level 14. You were the one we needed. We're gonna have to invest in you a little bit. 17, we said what, 60 something at level 30? 50 something that we would get at level 30? I forget exactly how many. I think it was 60 something, and we only need 54, right? No. Math is hard. 51. We need 51 per day to make the flower gift macarons. So Bulbasaur, of course, the Blastoise with the milk and cocoa. And ooh, we're gonna get 75 cocoa a day. That's gonna be a rough one, but I think we can get a decent amount. How are we gonna do this? What's our backup? That's the question. What's our backup? If we can't make flower gift macarons, I have an idea. Our backup is the Jigglypuff Fruity Flan. We need to level that one up anyway. So if we can't make flower gift macarons, ooh, there's an interesting strategy. Yeah, I think I like that. Okay. All right, let's figure out the eggs first. Our egg gatherer, I think, is Abomasnow is our best egg gatherer at the moment. It's definitely not you. Or you. It's definitely not you. Nope, not you either. I think it is our Abomasnow, which is unfortunate because it's not the best. You know what? We might have to focus on Fruity Flan instead. Which means we need 4 Pokemon on the team just for ingredients. With the macarons, we only need 3. Let's see. If we get the Fruity Flan to level, let's say 40, how's that look? Still not that great. And again, here we would need 4 ingredient gatherers. Yeah. It's gonna be tough. It is gonna be tough. But I think we can pull this. We can pull this off, sort of. What about you at level 40? How do you look? Significantly better. You know what? I think the plan is changing. Because, ooh, no, we would still need Flareon on the team for this one too. Yikes, Aroni, this is a rough decision. You know what? Let's make flower gift macarons as much as we can. I think that's the best bet. Let's make it as much as we can. Get the eggs on the team. We've got cocoa and milk from Blastoise. We've got eggs from Abomasnow. We've got honey from the new Bulbasaur, soon to be Venusaur. We leave Gardevoir on the team, and we swap in Flareon to get the expansion. All we need is 1 to make it to where we can make the macarons. We just need 1 trigger to get the macarons, and we have a pretty good chance of getting it. So let's use this team for now. And as soon as we get the trigger for... Let's go ahead and back out and get them started. But as soon as we get the trigger for the pod expansion, we can swap Flareon out for a berry specialist. And just keep changing them as needed. So once I make lunch, then swap Flareon back in, get the skill trigger, swap it back out for the Primate. I think that's going to be our best bet. That kind of sounds like our best bet for now. But before that can even be our bet, we do need to invest in this guy. Yeah, we need to get at least to level 30, which we should have plenty of candies. Should, hopefully. We're going to find out. Let's see how far we can get. Almost. Oh, one too many. Let's see, we just need to get to level 30, so let's use exactly what we need. Decent amount of investments, but that does give us the mission complete for using 262 candies and gets us to level 30, which unlocks the honey. And level 25, which unlocks more helping speed. And then we can evolve it to Ivysaur. And then as soon as that's done, we can evolve it to Venusaur. And then we should be golden after that. Should be. Either that or I am making a huge mistake with this investment right now, but I think this is the right call. I think this is the way to go. This will help significantly with our honey problem. And I'm thinking if we can really make the flower gift macarons at least twice a day, that will help make up for some of the berry strength that we're losing by having to swap in and out. All right, so this is gonna be our team for now. I think this is a pretty solid team. Part of me wants to invest in YouTube, but I don't want to hit that level 60 and get that milk and drop our cocoa production. So we'll just hold off on that. And I think for now we're solid. We are in a good place. Unfortunately, trying to select our egg gatherer reminded me that we still need a solid egg delibird, because Abomasnow will work, but we definitely need better. Yeah, pretty good team. We have a pretty solid team together. We are hopefully going to be able to hit a pretty decent rank this week, but with it being growth week, I don't think there's anything that's going to help us actually grow through the ranks. Yeah, 1.5 times helper Pokemon XP and 1.5 times candy gained from the first sleep research of the day. Yeah, so nothing that's going to help us get through the ranks. Just a chill week where we can swap in some Pokemon before we go to bed that will get some XP that we need. Don't know who that's going to be, but that's my plan is, well, actually, no, you know what? All of these except for Abomasnow could benefit from some extra XP, so I don't think I'm gonna raise lower level Pokemon this week with Growth Week. It didn't really seem to make much of a difference last time around with only 1.5 times XP. So I think I'm just gonna push the ranks and just let the team that's pushing the ranks get the XP, because they could use it too, because they're some of my strongest Pokemon. Why not make them stronger, you know? They're definitely ones I'm gonna use for a while. All 4, maybe even 5 of these. Like, this is the only candidate that is probably gonna get swapped out once I find a better Delibird. Other than that, the other 4 definitely could use the XP and will be good for a long time. So why not let them have the XP instead of swapping in at the end of the night for a team of lower level Pokemon that honestly, Growth Week isn't going to make a huge difference. So might as well. But let's go ahead and check our missions. We did complete at least one of them. Use 262 candies for 15 diamonds. And then get to grade 2, we will definitely do. Ultra 4, we will almost certainly get there. Master 3, that's always the goal. Get that incense, and it's a Stuffle incense this time around, so that's pretty good, because we do still need a triple corn Stuffle, I think. Did I get triple corn, or is it corn, and something else? I think it's corn, and sausage that we have. That's a pretty good one, though. But a triple corn Stuffle would be good to have on hand. Cook 17 times for some Dream Shards, 381 of Snorlax's favorite berries for 3 small handy candies. Go to bed on time 5 times, of course, for 15 diamonds, and give out 15 biscuits for 3 small handy candies. So all of these missions should be pretty easy. I don't know if we're going to give out the biscuits. It just depends on what spawns, but we are here on Lapis. We are going to see how it goes, and we're going to try to do better than last week to make up for last week's abysmal performance. I almost got way carried away. I got way out of order. We have no new news, but we do have some community reports. My brain is just not here today. All right, with 43 reports, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 that doubled up. Very, very nice. All right, well, did we get any level ups today? Not today. All right, well, pretty good. No level ups. A lot of double candies. Going to be really interesting to see the candies that are sent out this week. I did a poll in the Discord yesterday. I know a lot of you are coming to Lapis as well, so going to be really interesting to see how many Dratini candy gets sent out this week. But that said, that is going to be it for me today. That's the plan for the week. We'll have to see how it goes. Make sure to hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed these videos. A huge shout out to our ace trainers. We've got Flightmaster, Illusion, JP, Waite, and Husky Star. Thank you for supporting the channel. If you'd like to support the channel and become an ace trainer today, click that join button right next to the subscribe button. And while you're down there, go ahead and click the link to the Discord in the description box. Come join us, talk about Pokemon Sleep and other video games. Outside of that, y'all have a good night, and until next time, later, dudes. Good morning, everyone, and welcome back. We are on day 2 here on Growth Week Volume 2, and we are going to start off pretty strong today with 150 XP for everybody and 10,180 sneaky snacking. And we're also going to pick up 1 recovery incense, which I wish would change with the reward stamp card. That would be nice if the incense was random or, you know, had a specific rotation, but we got a recovery incense no matter what, so it's fine. We're going to grab 100 sleep points, which puts us at 1,532 total. And for the daily lottery, we're going to pick up a small ingredient ticket, which we may need this week just for some extra filler ingredients. I think we're going to do all right on the ingredients that we want and or need, but we could use some extra fillers. So let's go ahead and jump into the sleep report and see what we get. Dozing would be nice to try to hunt that triple honey Bulbasaur again, but not super concerned about it if we don't get it this time around, because we did get that Bulbasaur yesterday that will be very helpful. That we did evolve into a Venusaur. So that ought to be good. 9 hours, 20 minutes of sleep. That is a huge ton of dozing time, which makes sense because I had a very, very hard time going to sleep last night. That whole little section right there is me just laying there, not able to go to sleep. Yeah, so fun stuff there. Still got the slumbering type somehow, but okay. This game makes no sense sometimes. But anyway, let's move on. We've got a few. I think I only made it to basic 5. My brain just was not here yesterday, and I totally spaced on lunch, so we missed lunch. Did get dinner, so we did get 5 spawns with 7.8 million drowsy power. Hopefully something nice shows up today. A shiny would be helpful and would be nice, but we'll see. Let's see what we got. We know we got a Why Not, we got a Sudowoodo, a Doduo, Stuffle, yay, and a Squirtle. All right, good stuff. I could use another Squirtle with a different ingredient spread. I'm not exactly sure which one I want. You've studied all the gathered Pokemon. Nice. I'm not exactly sure which ingredient spread I want most. If I want milk cocoa cocoa or milk cocoa. I want it for the synergy specifically because milk and cocoa do go together really well. I'm just not sure which one is the best production wise, so I do need to figure that one out and try to figure out what we want. But for now, there are a couple of Pokemon that I would like to catch, but I think Squirtle is probably going to be a good priority. And then Stuffle probably right behind it. It may be interchangeable. They may be about the same priority, in all honesty. But let's see. We don't want to spend all our biscuits at the very beginning of the month. We do have a long way to go before the shop resets again, so let's try not to spend them all, but I do want to take something home today. So we'll take home this Squirtle. And then we'll feed the Stuffle a little bit, get him set up for later on. Still saving my Great Biscuits for when we get around to some bigger events and some more highly desirable Pokemon, but I also feel like I'm doing that thing where you end up at the end of a video game with a full inventory of potions and antidotes and all that because you just don't want to use them. You're like, oh, I'll use them later. I'll use them later. And I may be doing that with these great biscuits. So I don't know. I need to find something to use these higher tier biscuits on. But for now, oh, well, the stuff was all full, so that worked out. For now, we're going to go ahead and move on. We'll take this Squirtle home and we'll see how it turned out. We are going to send out probably the Stuffle candy would be most useful. So we'll send that out today. And then we can move on and see just how good this Squirtle is. In just a moment, we're going to get 377 research XP, yeah boy, and 667 dream shards. Big numbers today. All right, let's check out this Squirtle. We have a level 14 and docile. It's triple milk. That's actually not bad. Probably wouldn't be the worst thing to have a triple milk Squirtle in the back pocket. Maybe stock up some milk really quickly and then switch to the shiny Blastoise that we have to really worry about the Cocoa. But I don't know. I don't know. Ingredient, yo, okay, well, we're already done. This is exactly what we need. Ingredient Finder M, Skill Trigger S, Helping Bonus, Helping Speed. Yep, we are done. And Skill Trigger M, I unfortunately cannot subskill that Skill Trigger at 25, which I was thinking about doing, but it is what it is. And Docile is neutral. This is actually a pretty solid Squirtle. Let's go ahead and swap it over to Blastoise. I'm trying to remember to do that whenever I calculate these. Just trying to remember to go with the fully evolved form. Especially with these ingredient Pokemon, because that's really what's going to matter the most. Yeah, 94 already starting off really, really good. I'm very surprised it's that high though. But I think Blastoise does have a naturally high ingredient finding rate anyway. So yeah, we're doing pretty good here. Let's see, at level 30. Yeah, let's check level 30. How many? We're going to get 70, almost 77 milk. Which is more than we would need in a day, but it does allow us to stock up quite a bit. And then the excess milk that our shiny Blastoise brings in will kind of help keep us stocked up throughout the week. So maybe we just need him on the team for like a day, grab a bunch of milk, and then bring in the other Blastoise. And then at level 50, we're looking at 97 milk. So yeah, we're definitely going to be doing pretty well with this Blastoise. This is definitely the one we're going to keep. So let's go ahead and swap that back to a Squirtle. Make sure everything stayed the same. It did. And we are going to put this in the box, level 14. Nice. Not quite what I was looking for exactly, but it will definitely get the job done. And now I don't know if we need to hunt any more Squirtles. Maybe we do need a triple Cocoa one. That might be good too, but I don't know. We'll figure that one out. For now, let's just move on and get into all the other fun stuff. We are gonna have some more sneaky snacking, I'm sure, but how much? I don't know. There we go. The game finally loaded. 178. Ooh, did we get a medal or is that new news? It's a medal. We have no new news. But what medal did we get? Water types? 2 medals. Ooh, fighting types. Fighting and psychic types. 140 Pokemon each. 20 diamonds each. All right, there we go. 40 diamonds. That's good. I just bought a Pokemon box expansion last night, so I'll take some diamonds back from that. And then we got how many community reports? I'm gonna say 44. 46. Nice, very nice. With 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 16. The doubled. Oh, very nice. Very nice. No level ups today, but that is all right and okay. I'm very happy with this Squirtle that we just got. It's very, very good. All right, how are we doing on eggs? My guy, there we go. He's been triggering nonstop all day yesterday, and then now today. What about you? Can we get a skill trigger there? No, but we can get a bunch of honey. Look at that. It's so much better than Pinsir, isn't it? We're gonna get a double. We did get a double. Funny enough, I put Flareon on the team in yesterday's video, like 30 minutes after I ended the recording. Checked Flareon, and we had a double skill trigger. So Flareon triggers insanely often. This one in particular, another double trigger from Gardevoir, very good. It is unfortunate that I couldn't get that on a different team member instead of Flareon. Flareon doesn't really need it, but if we swapped out, as we learned the hard way, the skill triggers go away, so not good. We did get a skill trigger there, and that's a good one. We got some extra milk, so that's good. Very, very good. What else do we get? Some more apples, a little bit of sausage, but we got some stuff for some desserts, so that is good. Okay, can we make the flower gift macarons? That's the question. We cannot. We are still short on eggs. We are short 9 more eggs. That is a problem. Okay. So it looks like our plan to make flower gift macarons is not gonna work because we are just not getting the amount of eggs that we need out of that Abomasnow, even though it's supposed to bring in a decent amount. It's just not bringing in what we need. I didn't even make flower gift macarons for dinner last night. I haven't made it a single time. I ended up making Jigglypuff's fruity flan last night, and it looks like that's gonna be the case again. So yeah, not looking good. Let's go ahead and throw in, I was trying to save the cocoa for the macarons, but it looks like we just need to go ahead and replan for the fruity flan. So we're gonna have to change the team up a little bit because macarons ain't working. We still need to have Flareon swap in and out for the fruity flan, but that'll be all right. We're gonna leave Flareon on the team right now for sure, just to get that next trigger for lunch. But it's gonna be interesting moving forward. I mean, we are getting 26, almost 27,000 from fruity flan, so it's a lot better than 17,000. It will add up over the course of the week, but we're definitely gonna have to make some changes. Ooh, did you get another skill trigger already? Great one, finally made it there. I'm wondering if we got a skill trigger with you, because if that's the case, we did not. All right, that's fine. That is perfectly fine. Okay, so we're gonna have to switch things up. The Abomasnow is not working as well as we had hoped. For fruity flan, we need honey, milk, and eggs and apples. So we need, nope, wrong person. I did not mean to click on you. Well, this is actually an interesting scenario because I forgot that means we need 4 ingredient specialists on the team to make fruity flan. Oh, it's 55. No, I was thinking of tea time corn scones. We don't need Flareon, but I do want to see how many ingredients we have so far. How are we looking? This means we're not gonna have any berry specialists until we get a decent amount. Oh wait, why did I click on cake? That's not the one I wanted because it was lit up, that's why. Apples, we know we're good with Skeledirge. Milk, we actually probably use that Squirtle we just caught. Let that one grow a little bit on its own naturally, since we are in growth week. Honey, we're good with the Venusaur. It's the eggs that are the problem. So we need to figure out how many eggs it's gonna take. So let's see. Let's get that Abomasnow loaded up because that's the one holding me back, is the eggs. Which just means that we definitely need a Delibird. And did I not ever? I thought I had already done this, but apparently not. Let's go to the box. Let's make sure this is the right one. And hopefully this is not as bad as I think it's gonna be. Hey, 2,000 sleep hours shared. There we go. 2,000? 200. How did I get 200 already? I feel like I've barely used you. Helping speed M, ingredient finder. Yep, that's the one. Okay, so for you, oh yeah, you're also level 31. So, ooh, yeah, not as many eggs as I thought. I thought it was closer to 50. 36 eggs a day, which is a problem because we need 45 for the fruity flan. Yeah, he's gonna be the issue. This girl here is gonna be the problem, and the eggs are gonna be a big problem. So let's see, where's our there's our Bulbasaur, which I definitely haven't updated yet. You are now level 30 with a big boy inventory. And then we've got, let's throw in this new Squirtle we just got. Oh yeah, I forgot. No, I actually think I got rid of that one. So we've got this new Squirtle. Let's leave it as is for right now. And then Skeledirge. Where is... Oh yeah, Skeledirge is going to be way further down. I don't know what I was thinking. I also haven't... Apparently I just haven't kept up with my box. That's a problem. I need to go through and redo this. Okay, triple apples with energy recovery and helping speed, which is this one. Yes, that one. Boom, boom. Double evolved, level 30. No, only level 27. Never mind. Actually, we may want to get this guy to level 30 just to help out and make sure that we get there because, yeah, that's going to be a huge difference. Definitely select. Okay. So let's back out. Let's expand all. How are we looking? We need, let's see, we're fine on honey. We only need 20 per flan. We almost have enough milk. We need 30, I think, in a day, right? Yes, we need 10. For apples, we actually don't have to worry about it. We can kind of let this one naturally grow to level 30. We only need 30 apples a day, and we're getting on average 43, so that's good. The eggs, again, are the hard problem. So let's see. Our best Delibird that can bring in eggs is unfortunately none of them. Maybe this one, but it's also level 30, which means we're gonna be doing apples too. Which means actually this one at level 24 is probably better, but we can throw them both in there just to check and see. So this is a problem. Eggs are always the problem. You find one good ingredient specialist to cover an ingredient you need, and then you find you have other ingredients that you need a specialist for. 16 eggs, yeah, not good. 30, 36. Yeah, I think that's a problem because we need 45. And honestly, no matter what, we're not going to get what we need. So we need to keep Delibird in reserve. And as soon as we get one of these ingredients at a solid point, which makes me think that we really do need to level up Skeledirge, I think that's going to be the ticket, swapping Skeledirge in and out as needed. Because apples are going to be probably the easiest to get an overabundance of. Since we only need 10, it'll be very easy to get an overabundance of apples. So yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to get to level 30. Get an overabundance of apples. How far can we get? Only to 28 and a half. Okay, well, XP calculator. We're going to go to the XP table. And let's see. This doesn't matter. Current level 27. Current XP to the next level is 341. And we already have 27 candies. So how much do we need to get to level 30? 15 small candies is what it looks like. Yeah, we have a decent amount, but how many fire type can? Oh no, it's ghost type. That's right, I forgot, it's ghost type now. Are there any ghost type legendaries? Because I want to save the medium type candies for future legendaries, because 25 candies for a legendary for one medium candy is a very good trade. But I sure, yeah, we've got Marshadow if he ever shows up, and then a couple other, I think Lunala, maybe. Lunala might be ghost type. Oh, Marshadow might be fighting type. There's a potential for some ghost type legendaries, so I'm not going to use those. We're going to save those. We're going to use some handy candy smalls, just some regular ones, to get enough to get to level 30, because I think that's going to help the most. We've got a nice amount of candy, and we're about to use a bunch. Oh, wow. We're one short? How are we one short? Did I type in the wrong number somewhere? Is that what I did? Yeah, XP boost and all that. Yeah, candy boost isn't on. I must have mistyped a number somewhere. Well, that's unfortunate. Skeletor is getting all the love lately. 10 XP to go. Literally need just one candy. I must have mistyped something somewhere, either in my selection of handy candies to convert or in the XP table. I don't know, but being one small handy candy off, not that big a deal. Huge jump in RP to 2059 with that level 30 ingredient unlocked. Yeah, we're gonna be doing all right. So now with you at level 30, we should get oh yeah, 72 apples a day. Yeah, we'll be doing just fine. And then let's go ahead and swap in this new Squirtle. We're gonna put a few candies into it just to get it to where we let's see. Let's go to, let's say 18. 25. No, we're gonna have to do a lot more. Let's see, level 25. Not gonna help that much. Still not getting to 30 a day. Maybe evolving would be the better choice. Let's see, let's go back to level 14. Because that's a lot of candies to use. What level do you evolve at? Level 12? So yeah, we could evolve it. 40 candies may be worthwhile. Let's evolve once. And does that make a big difference? That's the difference we need to see. Okay, yeah, let's use just the 40 candies to evolve. Get a war turtle. And then we should be golden for everything except for eggs. But once we get the apples we need for a couple of days, we can swap in Delibird, hopefully stock up some eggs, and then be set. Actually, probably need to swap in Delibird right now, figure out which ingredient I need the least urgently. Swap in Delibird now, stock up a few eggs, then swap in Skeledirge, get the apples stocked up, and then I think we're going to be really set. So let's figure out which one we need to go ahead and drop for just a partial day. Probably going to be the honey we're going to be the most well off on, but let's double check. Making the hard decisions today. Let's see, Fruity Flan. No, honey is not. Milk. Yeah, we're actually good on milk for a little while. At least for half the day I can have Delibird on the team instead of War Turtle. Once we get a decent amount of eggs to make a few meals, swap War Turtle back in. Hopefully shortly after have enough apples to where we can swap Delibird back in for a full day and really stock up on some eggs. Out of the two, Delibird, definitely gonna go with the level 24 one. Yep, that's the one. All right, so we got our team set for now. They are going to change over the course of the week, trying to maximize as best I can, but it's rough this week. There's a lot of things, a lot of moving parts, and a lot of things working not in my favor, particularly the eggs. But now we know we need a Delibird, so yeah, definitely got to get one of those before Suicune rolls around if we're going to do the whole dessert idea for Suicune. So that'll be on the horizon one day, probably pretty soon. But for now, that is going to be it. That's where we're going to leave it. We're going to see how things go. Thank you for watching the video. Make sure to hit that subscribe button if you do enjoy these videos. Huge shout out to our ace trainers. We've got Flightmaster, Illusion, JP, Waite, and Husky Star. Thank you for supporting the channel. If you'd like to support the channel, go ahead and click that join button right next to the subscribe button to figure out all the cool perks that you get for supporting the channel. While you're down there, go ahead and click the link to the Discord in the description box. Come join us to talk about Pokemon Sleep, other video games, and just hang out and have a fun time. Other than that, y'all have a good night, and until next time, later, dudes. Good morning, everyone, and welcome back. We're on day 3 here on Lapis Lakeside for not the second. Yes, technically it is the second growth week. I almost said the second week of the anniversary festival, My brain's all over the place. Anyway, we're gonna start off with 99 sleep points and 1,000. Jeez, get it together, my dude. 10,896 sneaky snacking. My brain is super smooth today, so that's gonna go ahead and let us know what this video is gonna be about. 25 diamonds for going to bed on time. 99 sleep points puts us at 1,631. Yay, I can actually do math. And then we're gonna move on to our daily lottery is going to give us another 10 diamonds. We're actually getting very lucky with these diamonds lately. Couple of medals that gave us some diamonds yesterday, some more diamonds today. I like diamonds. Keep them coming. But let's go ahead and jump into this sleep report. Let's see what we get. A dozing would be nice. I would like to catch a proper triple honey Bulbasaur, but also at the same time, I'm kind of fine with waiting after the investment I just made in the other one that's double honey. So 8 hours, 24 minutes of sleep, 99 sleep score. Dozing is looking pretty high. Snoozing is kind of low. Slumbering's pretty high though. Let's see, is it slumbering? It's dozing. Okay. 1% dozing, more dozing than usual. And then that's going to give us, we should have a decent amount of spawns, 5 or 6 of them. Yeah, I think we get 6. I don't think we hit 7 just yet. 18.6 million, not bad at all. Probably going to be at least one Bulbasaur. But let's see what we get. Hey, Bulbasaur, Chikorita, Ekans, Bellsprout. Oops. Oh no, I did hit the right things. Okay, Primeape and a Psyduck. Pretty good spawns, actually. Pretty good spawns. Hopefully somebody's hungry. We could use a good Chikorita. We could use a better Bellsprout. Bulbasaur, we still could use a better one. So a lot of stuff for us to catch on the dozing. No one's hungry, huh? Not a single person? Well, we did get the Chikorita set up for the bonus biscuit, so let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and take the Chikorita home. Pretty bad that no one's hungry. Pretty bad. Let's see. We'll do the same. We'll try to set up Bellsprout. We're gonna have to start saving our biscuits. It's very early on in the month, and I am using a lot of biscuits. What I need is like a couple of months where we don't really have anything show up, so I can really stock up on these biscuits that we can buy from the store. That would be nice. Let's see, a critical capture right here would be nice. Crit cap. So close. So close. Either that or I need to get some more great biscuits and start actually using them. +1. I mean, we got the big hit. We might as well try to take this home. It clearly wanted to go home with us today. So it's going home. Another big hit. It really wanted to go home with us today. It really wanted to make sure that it got full. Could have used one of those on the Bellsprout, but you know what? It is what it is. We're going to take home 2 Pokemon today, and that's perfectly fine with me. That's going to give us a couple of things to look at, and hopefully one of them is good. Hopefully. What? Ooh, yeah, what candy do we send out? Probably the Bellsprout for the tomato or potatoes, but at the same time, we got Sprigatito now, so it's not really super helpful. Yeah, Chikorita candy's probably a good call. Probably a good call for most people in my friends list, just to either help them with Lapis or get them prepared for Lapis. Another 896 research XP and 1,846 dream shards. Feel like you could probably make a pretty good case for Bulbasaur too, but I think Chikorita candy's pretty good. Level 14 and Hardy. I know I could use some more Chikorita candy. We've got Cocoa Double Honey with research XP bonus. Yay. And ingredient finder. Yay. Not good. Helping speed. Yay. That actually is good. Skill level up. And inventory up S. Nope. And Hardy is neutral, so yeah, not great. Not great. This one's definitely going to live with the professor. Probably only going to be about 40. 40 or 45. Ooh, maybe not even that high. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, yeah, 39 PR. Definitely going to live with the professor. Has nothing that we want. So that's an easy one. We can go ahead and move on. Let's get our Bulbasaur ready to go. Level 14 and timid. Well, we know what the level 10 is now. I got ahead of myself. Honey, honey, potato, just like the other one. Maybe. Or is the other one honey, honey, tomato? I don't remember. It was one of those two. We know it's berry finding. Research XP bonus again. Ingredient finder S and M. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Inventory up S. Timid is speed of help down though. That's pretty bad. Berry finding is good to find, but not really that big of a deal with this Bulbasaur specifically, I don't think. So yeah. Yeah, probably not great. Probably not great. So let's see. Let's go ahead and calculate this one out. Oh. Well, that was way worse than I thought it was going to be. And even at level 50, it doesn't jump up that much. How much does it jump at 75? Definitely not going to be taking this one home. Definitely sending this one to the professor because this is so bad. Oh, yeah, 75. I really just want to see where this goes to with ingredient finder M. Climbing higher and higher. We're not going to use it because it takes entirely too long to actually get good. So yeah, definitely not happening. But let's just see what this turns out to be at 75. That's the only one I really care about. Oh wait, no, 75 is going super slow. Never mind. We're not waiting for that. That's going to take forever. I don't know what is going on with my computer or the site today, but we ain't waiting on that. This one's definitely going to the professor. I'm going to let that run. I am still so terrible at this because my brain, I told y'all at the beginning of this video, my brain was not here and this was going to happen. This one's not going home with us. Let's go ahead and rerun that Chikorita real fast because that won't take very long. I don't even remember what it was. I know it was research XP bonus. And we're gonna go back to camp. We're gonna look this one up real quick. Research XP bonus, it was bad. I can tell you that much. I know that much, that it was not good. That Venusaur was also very bad. Level 10, it was a 1 PR. Sorry about all that. My brain has just not been here all week. It wasn't you, I don't think. It was the other one, right? Yeah, it was this one. Research XP bonus, ingredient finder S, helping speed S, skill level up S, inventory up S with hardy nature. It was bad too. Berry strength, calculate. Just dumb today. Super smooth brain. Yeah, 38, was it 38, 36, somewhere around there? PR for the final. It was bad. I know that. Definitely not good. But I don't even remember, and it was only a couple minutes ago. Yeah, 38 PR. Terrible. Going to the professor. Matter of fact, let's just send you both right now. Both of you and you. To the professor right now. All right, now let's get back to normal. Let's try to remember to do things the right way today. Let's try to get our brain back in it. So we do have, ooh, new news. Yes, we finally have some new news. We got some Good Sleep Day bundles, volume 13 have finally announced. 1,500 diamonds as always, and it looks like the same bundle as always. The 2 growth incense, 2 luck incense, 2 focus incense, and 9 grape biscuits. Again, if you got the diamonds, you can afford the bundle. It's not terrible. It's not the worst for what it is for 1,500 diamonds. You're getting a discount on the grape biscuits, and essentially all the incense are free. So as always, the Good Sleep Day bundle, pretty decent if you want to drop the diamonds on it. Personally, I've never bought it. Don't know if I ever will. I'd have to have a large surplus of diamonds for me to do it. But yeah, it's not a bad bundle. And then good sleep day number 13. We do already know when this is coming, but let's get a refresher. It's going to be Monday, August 19th, which is still a week and a half away, a little over a week and a half. So not this coming Monday, but the Monday after. And then the full moon is August 20th. Of course, it's always in all areas. We are, since it is a Tuesday, where we're going to get the night of the full moon, we do get drowsy power ×3. So if you can really push through some ranks, maybe one of the lower islands, if you still need some area bonus there, it might be a good idea to go there and really push through some ranks very early on Monday and Tuesday and get that ×3 on your Tuesday night sleep research. So could be very helpful. Also, if you have the growth incense, yes, the growth incense from the growth week bundles, Tuesday is going to be the time to use that as well to get that ×6 sleep XP. That's a very good time to use it. So good looking out. Also, I forgot all about the greater appearance rate of Clefairy, Clefable, and Cleffa. I completely forgot that was a thing because I haven't paid attention to that particular bonus in a long time. But yeah, if you need one, if you're starting out and you need a good healer, the good sleep day is a good time to try to find you a very good healer as well. So if you need to stock up some biscuits and get ready for that, that's a good time to do so. All right, good news, good sleep day news. Let's go ahead and jump into the community reports. And we're going to get about 41 of them. Not bad, with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 that doubled up. Very nice. Hey, Sleepy Rick, we made it to level 5. Let's go. All right, anybody else level 5? Nope, just the one with 2 small handy candies. All right, very, very good. All right, now we can jump into the meat and potatoes. We can go ahead and grab our hopefully double. Only single. Didn't get a single double yesterday. Not helpful, but this dude triggered about 3 or 4 times yesterday. This one's really good about triggering its main skill. Very good. That is a very good amount of eggs too, because we were kind of slacking on the eggs yesterday, Obama Snow. How about you? You were slacking on eggs too, which is not good. It's not putting us where we want to be. Nothing but eggs and berries and a skill trigger. I mean, yeah, that's okay. That is a lot of berries, my dude. Not much honey at all. I mean, Pincer was giving me more honey in the morning than that. That's not a good sign. That doesn't make me feel good about my investment. Uh-oh. I mean, we should still have enough to make the fruity flan. I don't think that'll be a problem. Maybe it is. Maybe it is. We need 2 milk. Okay, well, we need 2 milk and 3 honey. I know what to do. Luckily today I have a thing that I gotta do, so I'm up early today and recording early. So I'm gonna hold off on breakfast. I'm not gonna make breakfast in today's video because with that little bit, if that's all we need, I know exactly what to do. We should have, let me double check and make sure that we're good before I do this, but I'm pretty sure we were good last night before I went to bed. I just wanted to have the overnight excess. Always got to double check for a skill trigger now. Don't want to get rid of one by accident. I'm pretty sure that we are very good on apples. Yes, we have enough apples for all of today and tomorrow. So now we can swap in that war turtle and get some milk built back up, and we should be in a pretty good spot. And that gives us, we have plenty of time to get the 3 honey and the 2 milk that we need. So no worries there. I can do that before lunchtime and we should be golden. Unless I just get very unlucky and get nothing but berries, which could happen. Or one thing we could do, probably isn't going to work. It's a gamble. Probably isn't going to work, but we could try it. Just to be on the safe side, I'd rather do this and it work out than not do it at all. But let's see, we did get it one ingredient ticket. Let's see if we get that milk. Nope, tails and herbs. All right, well, nope, not gonna work today. Not gonna work. All right, it's fine. We got plenty of time for me to get what we need for breakfast for breakfast before lunch rolls around, and then before dinner rolls around, skill trigger. Glad it showed up now, because that means what is everybody's energy at? we should be at a very good spot. Should be like 100 and, yeah, 121, 128, 121, 118, 121. Out of just sheer curiosity, what about Skeledirge? Did I put you in the box at 150? 124. Kind of surprising. I actually thought it would be more. Like I said, Skeledirge triggers very, very often. And that only comes from sleep sessions. I always forget that. I mix that up. I always think energy recovery bonus applies to charging your own energy. It does not. It's only the nature that does that. Anyway, even with main skill chance down, Skeledirge is triggering very frequently. So that's very good. Okay, so gonna hold off on breakfast, but we're still fine. No worries there. So get Snorlax to Great 2, grab our 1400 Dream Shards for doing that. The rest we are definitely going to get done. It's looking like we're gonna give out the biscuits because we keep finding stuff that we want to catch. And at this point, even if I give out no more Poke Biscuits, the bonus biscuits will be enough to get us that mission on Sunday. So that's happening. Other than that, I mean, we had a couple of lackluster catches. We didn't get to make breakfast, but good sleep day bundles are coming. Good sleep days right around the corner. Speaking of bundles, you know what? I think I do want to buy one. I think I just want that growth incense. 3 biscuit. Oh, and it gives me 3 more biscuits. So it's 3 biscuits, 1 growth incense, 1 small dream cluster, 8 biscuits, 2 growth incense, a handy candy M. I think at this point, honestly, it's funny. Like I was talking about how it would be better to buy. You know what? I was saying it'd be better to get the small bundle twice than to buy 1 medium bundle. But the extra 2 biscuits are kind of calling my name with how much I've been using biscuits. And a medium handy candy that I could use for something really nice later on. Whereas Dream Shards, yeah, they are very valuable, but a small cluster is 1 small cluster or 2 small clusters is not going to make a huge difference in the long run. Whereas a handy candy M is actually going to make a bigger difference. And 2 extra biscuits with how much I've been going through them, kind of leaning that way. So I am going to spend the 600. I normally don't like to dip below 500 because I always like to be able to buy a good camp ticket, which we haven't used in a long time. I always like to have enough diamonds to buy a good camp ticket for whenever I may need one. But I have a feeling that by the time we get to where we want one, I'll probably have 60 diamonds before then. So I'm not really worried about it that much. But yeah, I think those Poke Biscuits will come in very handy, and I can use that growth incense on good sleep day like we were talking about. But that's going to be where I leave you today. Kind of a short video compared to what we have been doing lately, but yeah, it's a fun video, especially with my brain being super dumb. Sorry about all that again, but anyway, thank you for watching the video. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you do enjoy these videos. A huge shout out to our ace trainers, Flightmaster, Illusion, JP White, and Husky Star. Thank you for supporting the channel. If you'd like to support the channel and become an ace trainer today and get early access to the videos, click on that join button right next to the subscribe button. And then while you're down there, go ahead and click the link to the Discord in the description box. Go ahead and come join us over there. That is completely free. Come hang out, talk about Pokemon Sleep and other video games. Other than that, y'all have a good night, and until next time, later, dudes. Good morning, everyone, and welcome back. Nah, I'm just kidding. What's going on, everybody? We are back here on Lapis Lakeside for day 4? Yeah, day 4. I've lost track of days this week. My brain has been totally absent, but I think we're finally back on the right track. We're going to start off with 12,325 sneaky snacking. We're going to get 1 small dream cluster for going to bed on time, finishing our stamp reward card, which means tomorrow we will get to see what the new card is going to look like finally, now that we have the new update to the reward cards. We're also going to grab 100 sleep points, puts us at 1,731. And for the daily lottery, we can grab hopefully something nice. 100 diamonds, 20 diamonds. I'll take that. It's not quite the 100 that I wanted, but I'm not going to turn them down. We definitely need diamonds after the purchase I made yesterday, but let's go ahead and jump into the sleep report, see if there's anything worth using those biscuits on that we bought yesterday. And I actually have no clue what we're gonna get today. I still think we're on 6 spawns. I don't think we're quite to 7 yet, but we should have a pretty decent, yeah, 9 hours 41 minutes makes sense. I did not want to get up this morning at all. Hit snooze a few times. Snoozing type. Ooh, actually that's a lot of dozing. Yep, definitely a snoozing type. 17% more than usual, which is weird. Normally when I get a lot of snoozing, I feel well rested, but I definitely did not this morning. So maybe my sleep type isn't actually an indicator of how well rested I feel. Still only the 6 spawns though, not quite 7 yet, but we are getting close, which is sad to say on Thursday, but here we are. If we'd got curries, we'd be a lot further along. But desserts and salads definitely do not like me, and now we know what I need to find. But we did find in a top belly Meowth. Pikachu looks like a Slowpoke over there. And what else did we find? Ditto, the rock one. We haven't seen the rock one in a while. And another Slowpoke. So we got 2 Slowpokes, Ditto, Pikachu, Persian. Persian was the other one. Okay. So nothing really too fantastic. Meowth could be interesting if we get the other Meowth evolutions, the other regional variants like Berserker and all that. So Meowth could be interesting. So maybe it's worth catching one of those just for the future, but we don't know if it's going to change types, because that's still something they could do. Could have them, or not change types. Sorry. Well, yeah, we don't know if it's going to change types. It probably will for like Berserker, probably be a steel type, but we also don't know if it's going to change specialties. So even if I get a really highly rated Meowth, if it changes specialties, then the sub-skills it has may not quite be what we need. But maybe if we catch a Meowth that has like a good ingredient base or a good berry finding base, maybe we just hold on to it anyway, because we don't know what's going to happen with the other Meowth regional variants, if we even get them. But since there's not really much else to catch today that's really worthwhile, I mean, might as well, you know? Kind of what I'm thinking. I'd rather catch a Pichu, even though Pichu trolls me all the time. I'd rather catch a Pichu than a Pikachu, so we'll just go ahead and feed this Meowth a bonus biscuit. If it goes big hit, there we go. We'll take it home, and we're gonna wrap it up. Not gonna even spend any more biscuits today. Nothing really too fantastic. Honestly, what candy do I even send out today out of all this? Maybe Pikachu? I don't know. I don't really know what would help anybody right now. Like, none of these are really fantastic candies. For the people on my friends list, I assume they're either close to the same spot I am or further for most people on my friends list. So if that's the case, they're not worried about Ditto or Slowpoke candy, because I don't care about them, because Ditto and Slowpoke get outperformed by other Pokemon. Pikachu probably have a ton of already, and Meowth candy, Meowth isn't really super helpful right now. So I guess just in terms of pure objective usefulness, Pikachu candy, maybe, because Pikachu's actually useful. Kind of. I don't know. I don't know if there's really a good choice here. But we are going to send out the Pikachu candy. We're going to pick up 1,521 research XP and almost 2,600 dream shards. So not too bad. We do need more dream shards. So we definitely need to pick a better place to go where we can really push some ranks and hopefully catch some interesting Pokemon. But for now, we've got a level 14 and Jolly Meowth. I am going to make sure that we switch over and stop slacking at my job. Get it together, my dude. Level 14 Jolly with milk, and sausage. And then for sub skills, we're looking at inventory ups. Ooh, well, we're already starting off pretty good for a skill specialist. Skill trigger S, helping speed. Ooh, berry finding at 75. Ooh, oh, and ingredient finder S at 100. That's weird. I don't really care about ingredient finder S because that's so far away. It's probably not going to matter for a very, very long time. And then Jolly is XP gains up, ingredient finding down. So funny enough, not the worst thing for like just a random all around Meowth in a way. Let's go ahead and calculate it. We'll see. Definitely could use some sub skill seeds if we actually intend to use this one, but it's not the worst thing to keep around for a potential Meowth evolution. Yeah, Not too bad, 78. I think actually, now that I think about it, Berserker is probably the only regional variant that would work with the regular Meowth. We'll almost certainly get the dark type Alolan Meowth if we get a Alolan Persian. So this one would only be able to go to Berserker, but we still don't know what Berserker is going to be. Although a Steel skill specialist would be pretty interesting, so we're gonna hold on to this one. It's not bad. I think I might have another Meowth that's actually better than this, but I haven't paid attention to Meowth in so long, I don't remember. But we are gonna hold on to this one because it's not the worst. With a couple of sub-skill seeds, it's actually pretty good, especially given the skill triggers at level 25. So we'll hold on to it and we'll go ahead and move on. It's not bad at all. All right, so that out of the way, let's move on. As soon as the game decides to load, and hopefully another 64 sneaky snacking. Very nice. Okay, so I know we have new news. I got spoiled on it pretty hard. I do know all of the new news. Good old social media got me on this one, but it's Suicune. We all knew it was coming eventually, so not that big a deal for this one. But for the Quagsire and Wooper, I do wish I had not been spoiled. But we are getting Quagsire and Wooper, not the Paldean version, which is kind of interesting given that we just got the Paldean starters. Maybe the Paldean Woopers would have been something interesting to add to the game right now, but I get it. You want the water types for the water week, so that's why we got the regular Woopers. But we are getting Wooper Quagsire. They will start appearing, let's see, August 19th, which I think is the same day as the start of Good Sleep Day. It is. So Good Sleep Day event lines up with Wooper starting to spawn. And we can find it on Greengrass, Cyan Beach, and Taup Hollow. Very interesting. I'm very surprised to see it at Taup Hollow. Huh. Okay, well, 3 islands. That's good. One of them we do need to go back to and try to find something nice. It will be in Slumbering, so that'll be interesting. Wooper Quagsire, both in Slumbering. Okay, so Greengrass Isle, Cyan Beach, and Taup Hollow. Starting August 19th, we can find our Wooper and Quagsire in Slumbering Sleep. But that also means that we are going to get the Water Week, which is going to line up with Good Sleep Day, I am going to assume it is. All right, this week-long event is a special opportunity to encounter more Water-type Pokemon. We encourage you to befriend lots of Water-type Pokemon to prepare for the Suicune Research event. During Water-type Week, you'll be able to use the limited-time mini candy boost function, so we need to make sure that that actually is a thing during the week. This is a great time to raise your Water-type Pokemon. There will be various other bonuses as well. We hope you're looking forward to the event, which starts on Monday, August 19th, same as the Good Sleep Day event, and lasts until Monday, August 26th at 3:59 a.m. It will happen on all areas, and the mission period will last Monday night, August 19th until Monday, August 26th. So a whole, nope, not a whole extra week. Don't know what I was thinking. Math is off there. Until 3:59 a.m., same as the event period. We are going to get some bonuses. We are going to grab on all days during sleep research. One Pokemon for sure will arrive hungry, so that's good. A few Pokemon of different sleep types will appear during sleep research regardless of your sleep type, so we get pseudo-balanced sleep. Certain Pokemon will be more likely to appear during sleep research, and that's almost certainly going to be the water types, and the limited time mini candy boost function will be available. The following Pokemon are more likely to appear during this event. A greater appearance rate will be Squirtle, Wartortle, Blastoise, Psyduck, Golduck, Slowpoke, Slowbro, Vaporeon, Totodile, Croconaw, Feraligatr, Wooper, Quagsire, Slowking, Quaxly, and Quaxwell. Quaquaval's not on that list because Quaquaval is a fighting type. All right, greater appearance rates apply only to the areas where each Pokemon appears. So here, I'm not going to go through all of them, but do take note of this if you are going to be hunting for a specific Pokemon during Water Week to go to the island where that Pokemon actually spawns. We will almost certainly be on one of the islands where we can find a Wooper and Quagsire because I have a feeling it's going to be pretty helpful. I don't know what specialty it's going to be. I have a feeling it may not be berry types, but having another berry specialist would be good because Totodile is not showing up for us, not helping out at all. So it would be good if Wooper and Quagsire are a berry specialist, but we'll just have to wait and see what that's going to be once we get the maintenance update that puts them in the game. We'll get the data mine. We'll go over that whenever that happens. The limited time candy boost, we know how that functions. You use less candy, but you pay a steeper dream shard cost. You can only do it 50 times a day. Just got to remember that that's a thing. So water type week looking pretty good. Ought to be pretty helpful, especially with the one extra Pokemon, or one Pokemon arriving hungry. You don't get an extra one, you just guaranteed at least one hungry. So that ought to be pretty good. And then the Suicune research is the fact that I'm kind of concerned about when the Suicune research is gonna happen, because that the fact that Water Week is in August, at the end of August, when we thought Suicune was gonna be, makes me think Suicune may not have the good sleep day buff like the other two legendary beasts did. Definitely looking like that. Beginning in early September 2024, we will be holding an event, Suicune Research. You can exchange samples of Suicune mane that you collect during the event for Suicune Incense, which you can use to research Suicune's various sleep styles. Water-type helper Pokemon will be particularly effective during this event, so we recommend raising your Water-type helper Pokemon during Water Week. Water-type helper Pokemon, we all know what they are. We just went through them for the Water Week, so I'm not going to go through all that. We're also preparing some functions and rewards that will allow everyone, even Pokemon Sleep beginners, to research Suicune's sleep styles and befriend it more easily. Almost certainly going to be the same as before, the Suicune biscuits and Suicune incense that we can get from the limited time missions. So probably not anything new there. I hope there is something new just to make it a little easier, because the events still need a little bit of tweaking, but not much. We'll just have to wait and see what they do. More details and the event start date are coming in a later update. We hope you're looking forward to this event. If I had to guess, probably going to start September 2nd, because that would mean we get the water type week on the 19th, the week of the 19th, then we have a week off, then we have the Suicune event. If I remember correctly, in the past, that's what happened with Electric Week and Fire Week. We had a week break in between the two of them before we got the other legendary beasts. If I'm wrong and it was 2 weeks, then the week of September 9th will probably be the start of Suicune, but I don't remember exactly the break in there. I think it was a week, but it may have been 2. So early September either way. My guess is either the week of the 2nd or the week of the 9th. So we'll just have to wait and see when it's actually going to happen, but at least we now have confirmation of when, thereabouts, when it's going to happen. So good news. Good news. That ought to be very interesting. Looking forward to Water Week coming up. I think I already know where I'm going to go. But we are going to get 48 community reports. Very nice. With 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 that doubled up. Very good. All right. No level ups today, but we're doing all right. I think we're finally at a good point. Speaking of the meat and potatoes of this episode, I think we're finally at a good point with our meat and taters here. Double trigger there. Actually got a double trigger right before bed. Went to bed with everybody at like 140 to 150% energy. So yeah, we ought to have some good production for this morning. Hopefully a ton of eggs. Oh, if I can click on you. Come on. A decent amount of eggs. Not as many as I wanted to see, but you know what? I'll take 8 eggs. How about from you, buddy? It's still not as much as I wanted to see, but we're getting there. 11 more, not bad. How about you? Ooh, not as much honey. Actually, 10's not that bad. 10 is not that bad, but are we gonna get an ingredient magnet here? No. Only 1 skill trigger this morning. Uh-oh. Well, that's all right. We are in a good place in terms of ingredients. I looked last night before bed. Our pantry is looking pretty good. Our Jigglypuff Fruity Flan is definitely in a strong place. So let's do 2 leeks. And then we can make that happen. And hopefully, no, still no extra tasty this week. But it is 18,925. That is not bad. That's pretty good for a Jigglypuff Fruity Flan. And then now that we're getting to a point where we are getting a decent amount of ingredients stocked up, I still want to stock up some more eggs, so probably another day with both Abomasnow and Delibird. I want to get some more eggs stocked up, and then I think we're going to start trying to stock up for the macarons that we can make on Sunday. just trying to get enough to make breakfast, lunch, and dinner on Sunday and go from there. So I think once we can get, let's see, how many eggs do we have? I think like 31 right now, 34. Yeah, we still need some more milk. We're gonna need a lot more cocoa. I have the war turtle in right now to focus strictly on milk. I feel pretty confident that we can get a good amount of cocoa in just a couple of days. So I think I'm gonna leave war turtle on the team again today, and then maybe tomorrow swap out for the Blastoise to get the cocoa going. Actually, probably don't even need to worry about that now that I think about it, because yeah, I think we can hold off until Saturday, swap in the Blastoise for the cocoa. We have a decent amount already. We don't need too much, so swap in the Blastoise on Saturday. That'll give us enough milk and cocoa for the flower gift macarons. And then we also need, more eggs. So yeah, we definitely need to keep those two on the team for the eggs, because we're gonna need a lot more eggs than what we've got right now. So we're gonna keep those two on the team, bringing in as many eggs as possible. Honey, we're in an okay spot, but we're not exactly where I want to be for honey. But that does make sense. We are using 20 per fruity flan. And yeah, I think that's a pretty solid plan. We will keep the team as is. I kind of changed the plan on the fly there. We're going to keep the team as is, and then potentially on Saturday, swap in the Blastoise to get that cocoa going. We should be in a pretty good place for milk and cocoa on Saturday. So, or for Sunday. We should be in a pretty good spot. We still haven't gotten a chance to swap in any berry specialists this week, so all of our gains are going to be from cooking this week. But we finally hit Ultra 1 at least. All right, well, there we are. That's how things are going so far. They're going okay. Not great, not as good as I would want them to, but okay. We did give 381 of Snorlax's favorite berries for 3 small handy candies, so that's good. There's another 15 diamonds on the board. We will definitely get those. And other than that, we're just kind of seeing how things go and reacting to how well or not so great they go. So yeah, that's going to be it for today. Not a whole lot going on. We did catch the Meowth. Actually, let's go check that other Meowth real quick just to see, because I think I do have a pretty good one already, but I'm not sure. Oh yeah, I do have a really good one that I haven't evolved. Yeah, quite a bit better than the other one in terms of just pure skill trigger. They both have inventory up. They both have helping speed. So they're both pretty good, just for different reasons. So yeah, we're just going to hold on to them. We're not going to evolve either of them. We're going to wait and see what happens with potential Berserker. I'm not 100% sure that we're going to get regional variants. I don't think we have one yet that I can remember off the top of my head. It would be nice to see them, but I don't know. Well, one, I don't know how they're going to handle regional variants. And two, I don't even know if we're ever going to get them. So we're just going to hold on to the Meowth until we need to evolve them for one reason or another. And hopefully we get some regional variants and can evolve that one into a Berserker, because that'd be pretty interesting. But that's where I'm going to leave it for today. So thank you for watching the video. Make sure to hit that subscribe button if you do enjoy these videos. A huge shout out to our ace trainers, Flightmaster Illusion, JP, White, and Husky Star. Thank you for supporting the channel. And if you would like to support the channel, go ahead and click that join button right next to the subscribe button to get early access to the videos and a bunch of other cool perks. While you're down there, click on the link to the Discord in the description box. Come join us, hang out, talk about Pokemon Sleep. Other than that, y'all have a good night, and until next time, later, dudes. Good morning, everyone, and welcome back. We are on day 5 here on Lapis Lakeside. I almost said that we're going to have a lot of fun today, but I don't know what sleep type we're going to get, so who knows how much fun is going to be in store. We're going to get 12,654 sneaky snacking and 10 apples to start off with. And actually, let's look at this stamp card, number 39. It is looking almost exactly the same. I think this is exactly the same as stamp card 38. No change yet, but maybe with higher stamp card numbers we'll get some different rewards, but we'll just have to wait and see. For now, it all looks exactly the same. We're gonna grab our 100 sleep points, puts us at 1,831 for our grand total. And for our daily lottery, we can grab let's see, what are we gonna get? A biscuit. Very good. I do like biscuits. We need those. All right. And with that out of the way, we can jump straight into the sleep report and see what sleep type I got. I don't know how this is going to work out. I feel like I got a pretty decent amount of sleep and fairly well rested. So maybe slumbering. 9 hours, 5 minutes of sleep. It looks like a lot of slumbering, actually. 46%. A lot of up and down there. Okay, never mind. It's dozing, which is fine with me. Dozing seems to have more of the Pokemon we want to catch right now anyway. Did we get enough to get the 7 spawns? We did. Okay, good. 40.7 million with 7 spawns, all 1 and 2 stars. So maybe something interesting. Of course, no top bellies. Nothing that I can see right here on this screen. But looks like... Come on. Game is running real slow today. Ivysaur, Chikorita, Bellsprout. Ooh, a lot of new sleep styles today. So we got Bellsprout, Chikorita, Ivysaur, and Ekans. What else did we find? A shiny would be nice. All right, we're back. What would Pokemon Sleep be without a little crash every now and then? Ooh, there we go. We got a new sleep style for our Dragon Noodle boy. Wriggly Sleep. All right. How many is that? I feel like with as many Dratini as I think I've seen, that should be all of them. Yeah, that's all of them. All 4 sleep styles done and dusted. What else do we have? Oh, Florigato. How are you doing today? And I see the other one right now down there in the bottom left. Is this completely new? This is completely new.
An intelligent and nimble Pokemon, Florigato deftly wields the bud hidden beneath its long fur to attack. This bud also serves as a toy, and Florigato has been spotted playing with it while sleeping.
Interesting. You are the other new one, Meganium. Definitely not going to try to catch you. Stretching Sleep. Is it just me, or does that Meganium look like a weird color? Don't think that's shiny, but the color does look off. Also not the first one I got in a top belly at some point. I think it is just me. I don't think it's actually shiny. But the color looks weird, especially when sitting right next to the Chikorita. Yeah, definitely not shiny. Okay, well, out of the Pokemon that we got, we have a couple that we do want to catch. How are we gonna play this? You know what? How many biscuits do we have in total? 21 Poke Biscuits? That's not bad. Let's give the bonus biscuit to the Dratini. Of course. But I just gave it a regular Poke Biscuit. And then now that we're feeding regular Poke Biscuits, not gonna get the big hit. That's just our luck. Nope. I want to take the Bellsprout home because even though we do have a good Victory Bell, we do need a better Bellsprout for strictly tomatoes. But I have a bad feeling. Oh, yay. It didn't get full. I thought it was going to. All right. So we're going to take home 2 today for sure, and then we can set up the Chikorita to take home next time, because we do still also need a better Chikorita. Looking for that helping bonus berry finding. But for now, we'll just set this one up so that when we see it next, we can take it home with a bonus biscuit. All right, and we can wrap it up there. Oh, well, it's full anyway. That worked out. Perfect. We can wrap that one up and we can go ahead and move on. We're going to send out the Dratini candy. It is going to be super helpful for everybody because pseudo legendaries take way too many candies to level up. And then we're also going to grab 1,916 research XP and 3,343 dream shards. Not bad at all. But all right, let's check out this Dratini first. We've got level 14 in Sirius. I think Sirius is neutral. Not the ingredient spread we want, for sure. So this is already off to a bad start, but of course it has the best sub skills so far. It has pretty much everything we're looking for in a Dratini already. Just not the right ingredients. Yeah, this is super good. Why does it have to be good? Why is it? Whoa, this is different. Okay, well, I kind of like the more succinct layout. Nice. And you can manually select if you don't want to look through here. That's pretty cool. I like that. Sirius, where is Sirius? It's gonna be right there. Ingredient strength is not gonna be good. I mean, it is gonna be very good because the sub skills are good. It's just that the ingredients aren't that great. Not quite what we're looking for. So yeah, this looks like one to the professor. We already have a couple of really good ones. We don't need another one that's subpar with the ingredients. If it's not going to bring in the ingredients we want, there's really no point in looking at it too much. PR of 77 out to level 60. So it is good. It's just not what we're looking for. So we're going to send that one to the professor. And the Bellsprout now. Let's see. Hopefully better. Hopefully the triple tomatoes we want. Level 13 in Rash. I have had good experience with Rash on an ingredient specialist. So let's see. Tomato, potato, tomato. Not what we're looking for. Research XP bonus. Also not what we're looking for. Inventory up M is very good. We need ingredient finder though. There's ingredient finder. Not inventory up. Ingredient finder. Then inventory up. Then ingredient finder again. Not bad. Rash is a pretty decent nature. It is going to be right there, the very last one. Okay, so this isn't quite what we're looking for. Again, the sub skills are very good, and the nature actually lines up with what we want, unlike the Dratini, but it's just not the ingredient spread that we're looking for. I already have, I'm pretty sure my victory bell is tomato, potato, tomato. So this would just be doubling up on that for no real reason when we've already invested quite heavily into the victory bell. And the victory bell I think is like a PR of 80. So not really a huge increase in terms of production compared to the one we already have. So yeah, unfortunately both of them going straight to the professor. That is unfortunate, but that's the way it goes sometimes. Let's go ahead and move on and see what we've got going on over here. Maybe some new news. That would be interesting. Another 368 sneaky snacking. I don't think we're going to have news, though, because we just got the big news yesterday, which is really exciting. So, no new news today. No new medals, but we do have community reports. Should be a decent amount of them. 40. Surprisingly low. With 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Only 8 that doubled up. So that's what? 1 in 5, 20%? That's not bad. Not bad at all. All right. Now we can get into the meat and potatoes. Let's see. Gardevoir, you're front and center. Did we get a double trigger? We did. There we go. Starting off the day very strong. Yes. All right. War Turtle, a trigger on you would be nice. No, but I will take all of that milk. I desperately need it because he has been slacking. We might actually have to evolve that to a Blastoise pretty soon because it's not looking good. Abomasnow giving me a decent amount of eggs. Delibird also a decent amount of eggs, just not as many as I would like. Venusaur, I will take some candy for sure. There's a skill trigger. Looks like not really anything super useful though for what we're trying to do. Yeah, leeks, sausage, and oil. Not what we needed, but what can you do about it? All right, let's go ahead and make some breakfast. The fruity flan is on the table, so we can definitely make that. I did have to make something else last night. What did I make? Can't remember if I made a Lovely Kiss smoothie or a sweet scent chocolate cake, but I made one of them because we did not have the ingredients for the fruity flan. We are looking really good on the eggs. I need to do some calculations to see if we have enough eggs for probably at least through tomorrow. on the fruity flan, but we also need a bunch of eggs for Sunday too. Yeah, we probably do still need to leave both egg gatherers on the team. I want to switch in and start getting some cocoa built up, and the milk is kind of hurting us right now for our plan for Sunday. So get in there, but we're not quite where we need to be, and we're still doing really good on the apples. The few apples that Gardevoir has been bringing in throughout the day have actually been keeping us at a pretty good spot, so we haven't had to swap Skeledirge back in just yet. But for now, we're just gonna have to go ahead and make this and then figure out the plan a little later on after I do some math, which I don't like to do math. But all right, we're gonna make this. It's gonna give us 19,450. I did actually, now that I think about it, I forgot. I got an extra tasty finally for lunch, so that was good. That helped quite a bit. Unfortunately, it's the only extra tasty I've gotten all week, but hopefully Sunday will help. Hopefully. For now, this 19,000, I don't think it's going to put us at the next rank, but it should move the bar pretty substantially. It might be. No, not quite Ultra 3, but we're getting close. Okay, so we got some missions done. I see Venusaur has another thing. 15 biscuits for 3 small handy candies. Very good. That's very, very nice. And for, where'd you go, Venusaur? Where are you? There you are. It's just one Duranberry. Okay, so if we're gonna make the flower gift macarons, we need honey, which Venusaur has been slacking on quite a bit. How are we looking on honey? Probably not great. Yeah, only 1 honey right now, and we need to be able to produce at least, let's see, we need, what did I say, 51 the other day for the 3 flower gift macarons. We might need to bring Pinsir in for just a minute, just to bring in a little bit extra, but then again, that just a minute is almost always going to end up taking more than just a minute because Pinsir is very, very slow about getting the honey. I think that the plan is still gonna work. It's just kind of touch and go right now. If we can get some better rolls on the ingredients and get more honey, then we'll be doing pretty great. Particularly if we can get some ingredient magnet rolls that actually bring in some ingredients that we need, it'll really help out quite a lot. But unfortunately, we're just not in the best spot possible. Is that again? Hey, there we go. Maybe that'll help. 3 skill triggers first thing in the morning. How much energy does that leave us with? Probably like 150, I think, or close to it. How are we looking? How are we looking? 139, 150. Hey, and we leveled up. What does that mean? Skill trigger? Maybe we'll get some ingredients from that. 139, 139, and 139. Yeah, 1 more skill trigger will put us all at 150. Doubt that's gonna happen though. But I'm starting to think that maybe we do need to invest in some more Pokemon, because we're getting to a point where we're having some troubles. While we're here, I do want to take a look at the Victory Bell while I'm thinking about it. Yeah, 78 was the PR way back in the day. Yeah, tomato, potato, tomato. With ingredient finder M up front and inventory up S. Yeah, this one's better than the one we just caught. It's already level 40. What it would take to get the new one to that point would be just a bunch of resources and not a huge increase in output. Because even though the Victory Bell we have now is a neutral nature, with ingredient finder M, it's much better at bringing in ingredients than this one would be. So yeah, that one's gonna have to go to the professor. This one is a similar story. It's just a higher rating, and that's why I held on to it. But wait a minute, what am I talking about? Do I even need to catch Bellsprout? Am I just being dumb? Am I dumb? I'm dumb. I'm so dumb. We already had a triple tomato Bellsprout, and I forgot all about it. never mind. I don't need to catch Bellsprout anymore, other than just for the candies. So, you know, smooth brain strikes again. Anyway, we're in a really good spot. We're not doing too bad. I still think we can stick with the plan on Sunday of making the macarons, and we will continue to make the fruity flan for now. Speaking of, it is lunchtime, but we clearly don't have the honey to make the fruity flan, so I'm gonna need you to step it up and bring in some more honey. But that's where I'm going to leave it for today. Hopefully things work out. We'll just have to wait and see. Thank you for watching the video. Make sure to hit that subscribe button if you do enjoy these videos. A huge shout out to our ace trainers. We've got Flightmaster Illusion, JP, Waite, and Husky Star. Thank you for supporting the channel. If you would like to support the channel, go ahead and click that join button right next to the subscribe button to get early access to the videos and other exclusive perks. While you're down there, click the link to the Discord in the description box and come join us, hang out, talk about Pokemon Sleep and other video games. Other than that, y'all have a good night, and until next time, later, dudes. Good morning, everyone, and welcome back. We're on day 6 here on Lapis Lakeside, and we are trying to catch us probably another Bulbasaur now with how this Venusaur's been going all week. But first, we're going to start off with not as much sleep as we normally get because I stayed up way too late again. We're going to get 7,372 sneaky snacking, which does make sense with the team we've got set up. As you can see, the change I made there before I went to bed right up top with our Apple guy. We are at Ultra 4, which does complete the mission, and we're going to pick up 91 sleep points, which puts us at a grand total of 1,922. And for our daily lottery, we can pick up hopefully something very nice. Let's get this day started off right. 20 more diamonds. Very, very nice indeed. We've been getting very lucky with diamonds we have been getting lately. And I'm not going to complain about it at all. Let's jump into this sleep report, see if we can get a dozing sleep type. Try to get us another Bulbasaur because I'm just not too thrilled with how this Venusaur has been performing given the massive investment I made in it on Monday. We're definitely not getting a Bulbasaur. That is a huge slumbering type. Sleep in the middle. What happened there? I must have just been sleeping super hard. All right, so definitely slumbering, which means that I don't know that there's really much that spawns on slumbering that I'm super excited about. No, not that I can think of. I mean, we are going to get 7 spawns, so that's good. It looks like a good diversity of spawns with the stars, the style numbers. I forget. I don't know why I can't think of what they're called at the moment. A top belly Pichu. Ooh, yay. Super great. That's not what I was hoping for. Hoping for like a top belly Dragonite or something. You know, I'm pretty sure Dragonite can't spawn here, but you know, that'd be nice. Can't spawn on this sleep type that I got, but we did get a why not. Ooh, Quaxley. Quaxley's pretty interesting. 2 Pichus, 2 why nots, a Wartortle, and a Riolu. A whole bunch of babies. That seems to happen a lot, where we just get a whole sleep research of nothing but the baby forms, or mostly baby forms. I mean, I suppose it's not the worst thing. You do want to catch the lower base forms and evolve them up for the benefits, but as far as what we've got here, what is really the most interesting thing to catch? We are doing really well on Quaxley already. I don't think we need another one. We do need more Pichus, so I think I'm just gonna feed the Pichu a bonus biscuit. Yeah, I'm just gonna feed the Pichu a bonus biscuit, and we're gonna go ahead and call it there. Don't really see a point to spending Poke Biscuits on really anything here at the moment. I mean, you could make an argument that catching the Quaxley would be good because at least it's more candy or it's a better Quaxley, but I don't really want to spend any more biscuits at the moment if it's not something really interesting. I want to kind of save what we have for now until the end of the month and use it for something a little more pressing that we need. So we're going to go ahead and wrap it up there. I am going to send out the Quaxley candy, because Quaxley is just that good that we do want to send out that candy to everybody, make sure everybody's got as much as possible. And we're gonna get a decent amount of XP in 1,977. Still haven't hit 56 yet, but we're getting there. 4,588 dream shards. And yeah, we're gonna wrap it up there and go back to camp. we may need to find or go to a easier island and try to really push through the ranks to try to get some research XP, because this is not working with how things are going this week. But we do have news that is taking forever to load. There we go. No new news, but still got that Suicune event to look forward to, which is very nice. We did get a new medal. What do we got? 180 electric type study. That's an energy pillow. Makes sense. All right, and let's see. The game is just taking forever to load today. What is going on? Our community reports is going to be 46 of them. Very nice. With 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 that doubled up. Very good. Very, very good. I see a little nightcap Pikachu there. I don't think I've seen that before. That's nice. Very nice. Okay. So now, actually, let me know in the comments. I just had an interesting question. I don't even know. Can the nightcap Pikachu be shiny? Is that a thing? Or is it always non-shiny and shiny locked? Just a random curiosity of mine. Figured I'd ask you guys. All right, so let's move on. Let's get into the meat and potatoes. You can see we got Blastoise on the team as well. When I went to bed last night, we had a ton of eggs. I believe we had all we need for the rest of today and tomorrow. So I wanted to go ahead and swap in Blastoise to try to get a head start on the milk and cocoa that we need for today and tomorrow, because Wartortle is also not producing as much as I would have liked, but I understand why. It's still only level 14. Once we get it to 25, 30, it will do a lot better. It just wasn't performing as well as I had hoped with the minimal investment that we made, but it is what it is. So I swapped in Blastoise, also swapped in Skeledirge because we only had enough apples for one meal. So I wanted to get a jump start on that. And we got a double trigger from Gardevoir. So we are looking very nice on that front. I think we are going to be pretty well set up for breakfast. Well, for all the meals tomorrow. And we are looking pretty good on most of the meals for today. The only thing we're going to have to worry about is the honey, which I may have to swap in Pinsir. I just want to get enough apples to get us through today, then swap in Pinsir just to try to get in as much honey as we possibly can, because it's going to be the one thing that holds us back. Let's check and see. With eggs, we need 45 for breakfast, lunch, and dinner today, and then 75 for breakfast, lunch, and dinner tomorrow. So that should be 120 if I've done my math correctly. And we have 127. So we should be good on eggs. We only need 5 more apples to be done with apples for today. And the milk is starting to look really nice. Cocoa, we've got a long way to go still. Very surprising. I think it said 23 when I went to bed last night, but I'm pretty sure we just picked up some cocoa. So maybe I need to double check Blastoise and see if it just didn't get picked up for whatever reason. But we are doing very well on our ingredients and our plan for breakfast, lunch, and dinner tomorrow. That said, again, I haven't had a chance to swap in a berry specialist all week. So it's going to be an interesting week by the time we get to the end and see what our weekly summary looks like, since almost all of our gains are going to be from recipes. But we did get 19,500 on this, so we're looking pretty good there. And I believe that put our Fruity Flan to level 35. I haven't been keeping up with it throughout the week on the site, but level 35 makes it our 3rd best dessert recipe. So we're looking pretty good. It's only a couple thousand behind the corn scones. So we're looking very good there. Blastoise, no, just a couple of milk. I did get the cocoa. Well, that's all right. We've got all day and tomorrow to get the cocoa we need, and we've already got almost enough for breakfast. So I don't think that'll be a problem at all. I'm not concerned with that. Once we get how much milk do we need? We need a total of 50 milk for the rest of the week. And currently we are at, should be about 20. Yeah, 22. So we only need 30 more. Once we get that, we can swap out the other Wartortle and maybe actually get a berry specialist on the team, at least for a day or overnight. That might be all right. That's kind of what I'm hoping for. But first things first, get the apples. We need 5 more apples. Then we can swap Skeledirge out for Pinsir just to make sure we have enough honey, because I'm kind of concerned with it with how that Venusaur has been performing. I think I know why. It's because that Venusaur doesn't get ingredient finder until level 50, but I really didn't want to make the investment to get all the way to 50. So I think maybe that's what it is. We may just have to bite the bullet on that one and get the Venusaur to level 50, because once we do, then I think our honey woes will have ended, at least for a while. As long as we don't get it to level 60, because then we have to worry about, I think it's tomatoes is what it also has. So, gonna be fun. But as far as now and the immediate future, we're looking really good. I'm happy with how things are going on the ingredient front. Hopefully we can actually get a decent amount of milk and apples very quickly so that we can make these changes to the team and hopefully get set up pretty well. Honestly, we may not even need to get the 5 apples because Gardevoir might bring in the 5 that we need throughout the day, but I'd rather not gamble it. I'd rather be sure that we have it. So that's why I'm leaving Skeledirge on the team for right now. That said, there's not really a whole lot else going on today. We didn't catch anything, so nothing to go through. We did get to Ultra 4, which gives us another small dream cluster, which I am just stockpiling at this point, waiting until I get to a point where I actually need to use them. I wonder how many I have. I don't think it's too many. Where are they at? Come on, there you are. Yeah, only 41, but we have a decent amount of medium dream clusters. We did have to use some a few months back, so we could have more, but poor dream shard management got us to where we're at. That said, I do believe skill trigger, very nice, very nice. That should mean we get those apples pretty quickly. I do believe that's pretty much it for today. A very, very quick video today. I don't think we've had a sub 15-minute video in a while, but not a whole lot happening today. Just planning for tomorrow and trying to make sure that things go as well as possible. I'm still hoping to hit Master 3, but we got a long way to go. Definitely going to take at least 1 extra tasty to get there, possibly 2, but if we can make those flower gift macarons, we'll be in a really, really good spot. But that said, that's going to be it for me today. Like I said, short video today, but that's the way it goes sometimes. Anyways, thank you for watching the video. Make sure to hit that subscribe button if you do enjoy these videos. A huge shout out to our ace trainers. We've got Flightmaster, Illusion, JP, Waite, and Husky Star. Thank you for supporting the channel. If you'd like to support the channel and get early access to the videos and other cool perks, click that join button right next to the subscribe button. And while you're down there, click on the link to the Discord in the description box. Come join us, talk about Pokemon Sleep and other video games. Other than that, y'all have a good night, and until next time, later, dudes. Good morning, everyone, and welcome back. We are on day 7, the final day here on Growth Week on Lapis Lakeside, and we should have a pretty good day ahead of us. Let's go ahead and jump straight into it. We've got 18,278 sneaky snacking, thanks to our boy there, Mr. 12,000. And we can grab 100 sleep points for getting actually a decent night's sleep in terms of the length of sleep for 2022 total sleep points. And for our daily lottery, we're going to pick up a small ingredient ticket. Nice. I do need some more of those. I am out. That is the only one I've got currently, so having a few extra would not be the worst idea. That said, let's go ahead and jump straight into this sleep report. I feel like I am pretty sure where it's going to go. I kind of feel like it's going to be slumbering. It was one of those nights where I went to sleep, my eyes closed, and then a split second later, it was the next day and my alarm was going off. So probably going to be a slumbering type just based on how that felt. 8 hours, 51 minutes of sleep. Yeah, that's about what it felt like. Very, very quick night of sleep. So another slumbering type. May not get anything too interesting today. We didn't get anything interesting yesterday on slumbering, but I can't remember if I hit the 8 spawn drowsy power or not. No, just shy of it. I thought it was 61 million, but I didn't look it up. I'm just going off of memory, and y'all know how my smooth brain memory is. It's not great. But we got 7 spawns. We did get in a top belly. Did we get some new sleep styles today? That would be really good if we could get some new sleep styles. Looks like no. Looks like everything is something we already had. So we've got Doduo, Pseudo-Wudo, 2 Squirtles, an Igglybuff, a Wartortle, and a Swablu. Okay, so, okay, I really wish I knew what was causing the game to crash at that specific moment, because it seems like that's where it happens the most often for me. So I'm curious if it's my device or something that I could fix and not have to deal with that. That would be fantastic if I knew what caused it, but yeah, I don't know. But out of everything that's here, I'm kind of thinking maybe the Squirtle is the best thing to try to catch, but I'm not really super into the idea necessarily. I just feel like maybe we can find something a little bit better than what we have so far. It wouldn't be something that's a huge change. Didn't get a big hit. And honestly, I don't think I want to spend the biscuits on it. I think we're just going to go ahead and wrap it up again, just like we did yesterday, with not taking anything home. There's just not really anything out of this sleep research that is really worth catching. That said, yeah, probably Squirtle candy is going to be the most beneficial to people. I feel like most people on my friends list are past the point of using Wigglytuff as a healer, but you know what? Maybe not. Maybe not. I don't know. I feel like well, either way, it's easy to get candies for both Igglybuff and Squirtle. I feel like they show up pretty often. You know what? Let's do Swablu. Swablu candy, why not? I don't really know the best answer here. My brain's not available at the moment, so we're just gonna send out some Swablu candy, hope that everybody appreciates it, and we're gonna move on. We are gonna get 2,479 research XP and 5,020 dream shards. Very nice. I will definitely take. Okay. Let's get into some of the more interesting stuff that may or may not have happened. It looks like still no new news, but I am fine with that Suicune being right there front and center. Suicune is one of the amazing legendary beasts. I was gonna say it's my favorite, but I don't know anymore. They're all very good. We did get 44 community reports with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 that doubled up. Very, very nice. Any level ups today? No level ups today, but that's all right. I see a couple people got Gallade research. Very interesting. I don't know if I've seen a Gallade at all yet. So very interesting. Okay, so the meat and potatoes. Let's go ahead and collect this candy. Probably not a skill trigger there. Didn't think so. Maybe a double here? No, only a single. That's all right though. That's okay because we don't really need much more than a single. We are in a really good spot right now. As of when I went to bed last night, honey was the only thing that was really a concern, which is why Pinsir is on the team. I was hoping that that would be enough to get us through today. With Pinsir and Venusaur, looks like Pinsir actually showed up today. So that's good. We may be swapping out somebody here in a minute. So for right now, we are gonna get straight into the flower gift macarons. Let's throw in these leeks. We no longer need these apples. While we're here, let's throw in some extra corn because Gardevoir does bring in some corn throughout the week. So we've gotten a little bit. So let's see if we can get a good extra tasty breakfast. I did get extra tasty dinner, so we'll see how this goes. Hey, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. So that should be very good. 148,469. Well, that might be a record for me. That might be my strongest dish ever. I'm not sure. I think we had another one that was very close. I just don't remember which one it was and exactly how close. Something's telling me like 160,000 might have been the other one, but it's been a long time, so I definitely don't remember. But 148,000 is going to do a lot of work. That's going to push us very far. Definitely going to get us the 8 spawns for tomorrow. Puts us at Master 2, I believe that said. Yes, Master 2. Very good. Okay, well, Master 2, and that also puts us over halfway to Master 3, which means we will definitely be getting our Stuffle Incense this week. We're going to hit Master 3. How many ingredients do we have? Currently, oh, well, you know, this isn't going to tell me total, I don't think. So let's see. How many total ingredients do we have? 289. Okay, so we have enough between everything to not only... Now we have enough milk and cocoa too, but I think I'm going to leave Blastoise on the team just to continue bringing in ingredients. Not sure, actually. I may just leave... I don't know. We'll figure that one out in a minute. We do have enough ingredients for a full pot of both lunch and dinner, so we're looking very good for the plan today. I meant to check how much honey we have, but I'd rather check how much honey we have from here, because I like that it's just more easy to see exactly how much we need. We need 17 for one, which means we need 34 for both, which means we're 10 short, so we can swap out Pinsir. Pinsir can go ahead and swap out. We can get another berry specialist just to try to push whatever extra strength we can. It's not going to be much because it's only Sunday, but unfortunately things just didn't work out the way I wanted to be able to have berry specialists on the team more often. So for now, let's go ahead and I do believe that Meganium brings in more than the other primate. But, yeah, if the primate was level 50, I'd swap that one in instead of Meganium. I don't think it's going to be a problem with Meganium only having, I think it was 88 energy right now. 84. Yeah, only 84 energy right now. But with Gardevoir on the team, that shouldn't be a problem. I might. As soon as we get, yeah, I think as soon as we get enough. Ooh, well, you know what? No, we're going to do it now. I was going to say that as soon as we get enough honey, I'm going to swap out Venusaur for the other primate. Oh, not Bellsprout. For the other primate. But we already have enough milk and cocoa. And we don't really need more ingredients, so we might as well swap in a third berry specialist and just see what we can do with 3 of them on the team for the rest of the day. And then I'm probably going to swap them out right before I go to bed for the grocery shopping team, just to have a decent amount of starting ingredients next week, because once we make lunch and dinner, we are going to be very low on ingredients. So definitely want to have a decent amount for next week. Let's go ahead and collect our reward for cooking 17 times. Another 1,400 Dream Shards. Master 3 is definitely going to happen. No questions about that. And I just need to go to bed on time today to get 15 diamonds. So I should probably do that. It's been a wild end of the week. Been a wild week all around. Growth Week has been good. I do like Growth Week. I liked it the first time around. I just wish that they would still make those small tweaks like I was saying before. After the end of the first Growth Week, it just doesn't really feel like much has been gained. I think I've gotten 1, maybe 2 levels on Gardevoir, but in reality, that's only a 50% boost. So I would have already gotten at least 1 level over the course of the week, most likely. Even now, 1 week of sleep would give me another level. So it's not, Growth Week isn't a huge deal. It's just a nice little chill event, and I like it for that. I do like it for that. I'd give it a solid B. I just wish that we could get a couple of tweaks to the bonuses and the buffs. I did like the candy buff, though. That was a really good one. I like the candy buff where we get 50% extra candy. That's always nice. I feel like that's a solid amount. I don't think we need double candy necessarily. It would be nice to get double candy, but I think it's fine where it's at. It actually feels impactful because you're getting 50% candy for everything you find. So you're getting a bunch of extra candy. The XP just doesn't really feel that impactful, especially when you have teams at much higher levels. It really doesn't make much of a difference. So I still would like to see that tweak where we get double XP for Growth Week. And I think then it would be a solid A. Just for a nice little chill event. But at the end of the day, it is just a chill event. And for what it is, I like it. I'm not going to complain about having it. It just, if we were looking for something to make it better, that's what it would be. That said, though, we do have, because I'm recording extremely late, we do have time for lunch today. And I want to get lunch today. And if we could get another extra tasty, if we can get double extra tasty for breakfast and lunch, man, we would just be sitting real pretty. So let's, you know what? let's gamble. We don't make slowpoke tail recipes really anymore. At least I don't, because they're not really super reliable. We don't have good tail gatherers in the game. So let's get the tails in there. And let's put in, oh, we can't put in any more, so that's fine. We still have plenty for dinner. No worries there. If this does go extra tasty, it will be very good. No extra tasty, but that's okay. We got the tails in there, so it's going to be a nice little buff to it. 54,598, and there's our Master 3 right there. So there's our Stuffle incense in the bag. So we can hunt us another Stuffle if we want. I don't know if I'm probably going to save it and use it for when we have one of those event missions where we need to use a certain number of incense. But that's definitely Master 3. That puts us in a really good spot. We can just kind of chill out the rest of the day, collect a little bit more honey from Venusaur throughout the day, and let the berry gatherers do their job. Other than that, we just need to go collect our Stuffle incense, and we are pretty much done. There is not much else to do today. These videos go very quickly when we don't have a Pokemon to take home and evaluate and rate. So it just is what it is. It's part of it. Some days there's just not really anything super worth trying to catch when you have a limited amount of biscuits. I don't like having no biscuits when something really good or something that I really want pops up. So gotta be a little bit patient. Gotta have a little bit of self-control and not throw them out there and just wait for the right Pokemon to show up. But that is going to be it for me today. So thank you for watching the video. Make sure to hit that subscribe button if you do enjoy these videos. A huge shout out to our ace trainers, Flight Master, Illusion, JP, White, and Husky Star. Thank you for supporting the channel. If you'd like to support the channel as well, go ahead and click that join button right next to the subscribe button. Get early access to the videos every day and other cool perks. And while you're there, go ahead and click on the link to the Discord in the description box. Come join us, talk about Pokemon Sleep and other video games. Other than that, y'all have a good night, and until next time. Later, dudes.